a real boy. Okay, let me put it on here so I can see y'all comments. I'm live on all social media platforms, guys. Live on all. How am I going to do this? Will it let me see my own live? Let me see. I'm a real boo. I'm a real boo. I'm a real boo. Hey, sweet. Sweet home Alabama. But okay, wait a minute. I'm sorry, guys. We're live on all social media platforms today. Wanted to come in. Hey, guys, do me a favor. If you stay or if you leave, hit a like for me, please, because you know we can't like our own stuff on TikTok. They don't let us do that. They don't appreciate that. You can't like yourself. You can't love yourself, baby. They don't play. So do me a favor. If you stay or if you leave, hit a like for me, please. If you're new to my podcast, I'm usually podcasting. I usually don't go live much. I usually show a flyer when I go live, but I wanted to go live to show you guys I'm a real person. I'm a real boy. I'm a real boy. I'm a real boy. I'm a Pinocchio. Anyway, I'm a real person. It's not a pre-recording. So it is me. I am the one that be live out here in these streets talking to you guys. So I'm live on all social media platforms. I pay so much attention to TikTok when I go live. So I'm going to make sure I show love to FB, IG, YT, right? What is that? What is that? Okay, some new stuff that TikTok got going on. Anyway, so I'm gonna it's only gonna take me about 25 minutes to just give you guys, information about starting your own mobile testing business, what it is, how you can benefit from this, why it's a recession-proof business, and so on and so forth. Hey, Z Money. So on and so forth. Let me know where you guys are watching me from or what platform you're watching me on, because I am live on all social media platforms. Okay, so we're gonna get into it because this is on YT, so I need this to be all the information be on YT so I can cut it and put it on there. Anyway, so guys, what is rug testing? Y'all see the title, right? Because of AI, I'm just gonna say rug. Because I say specimen, some people are like, what kind of anyway. So what is rug testing and why it's needed? So let's start with the basic, guys. So I'm on all platforms now, so y'all got to pay them a little attention. I'll be back. Y'all see me? All right. I see y'all. Thank you. So guys, what exactly is rug testing and why it's such a big deal? Guys, in simple terms, rug testing is a part of keeping workplace safe and compliant with federal regulation. Stay with me here, okay? So under the Department of Transportation, also known as DOT, and you'll hear me say DOT a lot. So that stands for the Department of Transportation, okay? So Department of Transportation, also known as DOT, okay? Now, we have two main types. Look, I'm looking at my phone. We have two main types of testing, which follows federal law. So 49 CFR Part 40 is a required safety sensitive jobs like trucking, aviation, pipeline, train, plane, public transportation, school bus, right? And then we have non-DOT testing, which is for private employers like construction companies, guys, schools, hospitals, staffing agencies, plumbers, reentry programs. You also have treatment centers and so on and so forth. That's going to be private, non-DOT. Okay. So they're testing. So with this, they have to get testing, right? And with those samples, they have to collect those samples and they have to have them sent to a lab. They need collectors for that because the samples are not going to collect themselves. Thank you. Thank you, period. I ain't seen you in a minute, girl. I'm live on all social media platforms, y'all. So that's where you guys come in. So as a certified collector, you are the responsible one for making sure the process is done correctly. So documenting properly and send the specimens to the lab safely. If you can do that, this is what this takes. Okay. So document it, because documentation is important. Document it properly and sending it to the lab. That's what you would need to do. Collect, document, send to the lab. Collect, document, send it to the lab. All right. Collect, document, and send it to the lab safely. Make sure we send it safely. Okay. So you can be mobile, meaning, guys, you will drive to the company's job sites or events, and they'll pay you for every collection you perform. So this is not just a job, guys. It's a skill, it's a business, and it's a service that's always in demand. It's always in demand. It's not going anywhere. So this is why it's recession proof, right? So let's talk about why it's a recession proof business industry, right? This is not a trend, guys. This is a federal requirement. Companies have to stay compliant, whether the economy is booming or not. Okay. People are still going to get hired, accidents still happen. These company employees, they still have to get random tests. It doesn't matter. The collections have to happen. So, give you an example, during COVID, guys, you probably still seen trucks on the road. Trucks were still on the road. Planes were still in the sky. Trains were still on the track. Public transportation was still rolling, right? So it doesn't matter. It did not stop. Actually, it increased because companies will always need trained collectors, trained professional collectors to collect the specimen. So that's why I say this is one of the most stable and overlooked businesses there is out here, baby. Untapped. This is an untapped market. Hey, Patricia, you're in Pennsylvania. Hey, girl. Yeah, this is available in all 50 states. Where are you watching from? FB. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it's untapped. There are people that have been working for the labs for years. They have been collecting specimens for years, but for a company, right? They don't know and didn't know, some still don't know, that they can start their own testing service, right? Independently. One of my students, she worked for the lab for 23 years. She didn't know that she could start her own business until she seen me live on social media. It was actually a guy on my live yesterday and said he's been doing this for 30 years. 30 years. I'm going to get his comment and I'm going to put it on my social media so y'all can see what I'm talking about. For 30 years, he says that he just wants to be able to do it on his own, right? So anyway, guys, let's do some math here. Okay, so if one on-site location pays you between $45 and $75, this is just an example, guys. Okay, for DOT, we're charging $125 plus. Period. They're gonna pay what they weigh. They're gonna pay what they weigh. Okay, they understand that. They know that it is what it is. You are dealing with businesses here, guys. Please listen to me. You are dealing with businesses here, multi-million-dollar corporations. They don't have to wait until they get paid next week or next month to swipe a card, write a check. This is what they have to do. And if you want to stay out of the struggle, you need to have something to sell, for sale, of service. Thank you for the badge. And something to offer to a business. So stay with me. This is an example. Okay. DOT 125 plus. Okay. Non-DOT 55 plus. One of my students, Linda, she's in Georgia. She charges $100 for non-DOT collections. Okay. So this is just an example. You charge what you want. Okay. How can I start? I want to reach out to do it on my own because I'm in this field already. Look at there, Patricia. Yeah, if you click the link tree in my bio, You can get started as a collector. As a collector, if you just want to do the collections only, you can start there. If you want to be a specimen collector and do the training, you can start there as well. If you look in the description of that product, it'll give you all the information of what, what's all included in my course. Okay. Thank you. Thank you over on FB. So guys, say $45 to $75 and you do 5 in a day. 5 in a day. That's anywhere between, hey Yolanda, that's anywhere between 225 to 375. Just that's just one day. So multiply that by 5 days and you can see how this turns into serious income streams. Okay, right there. Okay. Some of my students, they start part-time while working. Yolanda is one of my students that started this, marketing her business while she was in my course, right? She was marketing her business while she was in my course. As soon as she got certified, she was called out 2 days later to do, how many tests was it, Yolanda? Was it 18? I can't remember. Was it 18 tests? She was called out to do 18 collections, right? So she made over $1,500 in 3 hours, right? 9 days later, 18 tests. 9 days later, Yolanda was fired from her job. 9 days later, she was fired from her job, right? But the same day she got fired around 4 o'clock. Around 9 o'clock, or 8 o'clock, she was out doing a test for $450. And I think that was a non-DOT. Was it DOT or non-DOT? I can't remember. Which one was it, Yolanda? DOT or non-DOT? She got fired September 9th, 2025. This is why I always tell you guys, this is the perfect time to learn a new skill while you're at your peak. See, DOT truck driver, $450. We ain't playing no games over here. Okay, we'll get off into that in a minute, right? This is the perfect time to learn a new skill while you're at your peak, while you're working your job. There's no such thing as job security. She didn't know she was going to get fired. Companies don't let you know when they're going to fire you. They just fire you. You know, they don't care. They want you to give a 2-week notice, but they're not going to give you a 2-week notice. Okay. They're not going to give you a 2-week notice, right? So by that time, and being the fact that she just did 18 tests. Wait a minute, I digress. Let me back up. This is why you need to learn this skill while you're at your peak. You got a job, you got money coming in, because you don't know when you're going to get fired. Okay. And being is that Yolanda was new to the game and got called out to do 18 tests, that lets you know that this industry doesn't care about your degree. It cares about your compliance and professionalism. So being is that Yolanda was certified and available, she went to go get that bag. Okay. Period. Any questions before I keep moving? Any questions before I keep going? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Because this is serious. This is serious, guys. This is serious. Okay, so how to get certified and start your own. Okay, so in order to get started with this, guys, this is where my training program comes in at. I offer a self-paced certification options for DOT certification. DOT teaches you how to collect under federal regulations. Non-DOT certification for private companies and general testing. I also have the trainer for those who want to become instructors and train others. Everything is done online. Everything is self-paced. You get your mock exam, marketing strategies, how to set up your lab partnerships, your compliance guides, and access to a private community of nationwide collectors. Some of my students even passed their exam the first day, within an hour of registering for the course, because it is not hard. So guys, you do not need any medical background to do this. All you need is willingness to learn and to take action. You can start this business from home, from your car, or add it to your existing company, right? What I always tell y'all, Yolanda, I always tell what I always tell y'all, where you at, London? It's not about collecting, it's about creating an opportunity, right, for yourself. I'm not saying that this is something that you will love to do. Do you love to do your job? Don't nobody like showing up to work, right? But this gives you the freedom and more income, right? To be able to do the things that you are passionate about, maybe fund the things that you truly want to do. You probably want to get into real estate. You probably want to buy some land. I don't know, right? All I know is making movements is very important. Making movements is needed. Making movements is magic. Okay, you have to make moves in this world to get you to your next level. Okay, so guys, you can choose between the specimen collector course for $400. If you're already certified, you can start be a trainer. Or if you know that you want to collect and also train others as well, you can get my bundle, which you guys see on the screen, but you don't. Uh, my bundle is you'll be certified. You'll get the course for DOT and non-DOT and the trainer course. Okay. And that's $600. The other course is $400. But if you use the discount code today while I'm on live, 50 off, you'll get it for 50% off. Okay. I'm trying to help my people get into this industry because my prices are going up. I have a proven track record of helping people get to the bag in anything that I do, and also in this space. Hey, Abraham. So the prices are going up. So I'm trying to help y'all lock in and get into something that I know will give you a return, right? You just have to be willing to do the work, guys. So, guys, this is a federally backed, recession-proof industry. People are getting paid daily to collect samples, and there's no reason you can't be next. Okay, so there is no mistake that you ran up on this live. You ran into this live today by divine, okay, connection. Okay, so don't play yourself, pay yourself. Over 400,000 Black people have lost their jobs since July. How many days training and how far the package? Okay, so it's a self-paced course. So I have students that get done with the whole course in a week, 2 weeks. The most, if they want to get it done, is 30 days, right? That's it. Anybody outside of that, they're procrastinating, right? It happens, right? They're procrastinating. When you said how for the pack? Oh, how much for the package? So $400 if you want to do the collections only, DOT and non-DOT. If you want to be a specimen collector and trainer, right? As a trainer, you open up 10 plus streams of income for yourself. You're able to train your own employees. If you decide you want to expand your operations, you're able to train other people, employees, right? You're able to start your own virtual training center from the comfort of your own home, right? That is $600. You open up 10 plus streams of income for yourself, right? And when you use the discount code 50 off at checkout, you get it for $300 instead of $600. And matter of fact, what I'm gonna do right quick is go up on something. Because I've been my non-DOT. First of all, how many of you guys are interested in starting on this live right now? Because y'all gonna be the only ones that get it at this price. Even though it's 50% off, I'm actually gonna go up. The specimen collected course won't be 50% off. Come on now. Anyway, but how many of you guys are interested? If you're interested, grab it now while I'm on this live. When I come back later, it won't be 200. It'll probably be about 350. I'm just saying. It'll be 350. I'm really trying to help you guys because I understand. I've been there. I know what's going on out here. Y'all know what's going on out here too. Don't play yourself. Pay yourself. Hello. Pay yourself. Where do they want to put us? On the farm? Over 400,000 Black people have lost their jobs since July. That's not a coincidence. That's not a coincidence. That's not a coincidence at all. Baby, that's purpose. right? That is purpose. They have something planned, right? And if you give them the power to feed you, you give them the power to starve you. We're in the middle of a government shutdown right now. They don't care. Does it look like they care? They don't care if your mama, granddaddy, grandmama, uncle, they don't care, right? They don't care if people can feed their children or not. Baby, they beating on their chest. They throwing their weight around. They saying, do this or you ain't gonna eat. This is what they're saying. So with this going on, you should not be complacent anymore. You cannot be complacent. No, it is not the vibe. You do not want to be old and broke. 20 years ago, people could survive being old and broke. Maybe 10 years ago, maybe even 5 years ago, they could survive being old and broke. But now, can't nobody survive being old and broke because they're trying to cut off everything. There will be no government assistance. They even trying to mess with the people's Social Security. They done worked all this time, put all their money up, they mess with their Social Security. These people do not care. You have to care. Hello? Hello? All fear from the government. They're going to say, you're going to do what we want you to do. You want to feed your family, then you better do this. Hello? Debt robs a man of his self-respect. So what are you willing to do to feed your children? What are you willing to do to stay in your house? What are you willing to do? Hello? Debt robs a man of his self-respect. What are you willing to do? Hello? When all you got to do is learn something new, when all you have to do is move, be willing to learn something new. That's one thing I learned from my mentor. I heard her say, she said that us being spiritual beings, having a human experience, we have the opportunity to grow. Grow. You don't have to say in the same. What you send me that for? You don't have to. Oh, what about that? You from Lele or for Lele? You don't have to stay in the same. You don't have to just stay in this box for the rest of your life. In this lifetime, we experience trauma, pain, losses, all types of things, joy, happiness. If we can experience all these things of life, and if you've experienced trauma, pain, hurt, struggle, homelessness, whatever it may be, because this is what comes with life, right? Then what makes you think you shouldn't also be able to experience wealth, riches? You see what I'm saying? What makes you think that you shouldn't experience that? You should, but it's not going to fall in your lap. You are supposed to be rich. God wants us to be rich. Listen, the science of getting rich. Get you this book. The science of getting rich. Get the book. It is the desire of God that you should get rich. God wants you to get rich because he can express himself better through you if you have plenty of things to use in giving him expression. He can live more in you if you have unlimited command of the means of life. Hello. So there's trillionaires out here. There's trillionaires out here. Do you think someone became a trillionaire by labor? Working a job? No. What they do that at? What they do that at? Okay. I'm not saying that you're going to be rich off of this. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying it. You may not even like this, right? But it's just movements to get you to your next level. You are not who you're going to be at. Neither am I. I'm not who I'm going to be at, right? But being is that I have the freedom to continue to learn and continue to create, guys. I'm always creating. I'm always creating. I'm always creating. I'm always creating. Look at my website. I'm always creating because I have the time and the freedom to create and build something for myself. You see what I'm saying? You do not want to be old and broke. You don't want to look up one day and realize that you have spent all of your time, put all of your energy in time building somebody else's business, making them rich, building them up, and you did not build freedom for yourself. Because of what? Thought, fear, complacency, flex on knocking on the door to live with your children. That is not a flex. That's not a flex. Especially when you know that you can do something about it and you can intentionally do something about it. Things that you can't control, okay, no problem. But things that you can control by just moving, taking chances, investing in yourself, becoming a person of value. If you become a person of value, you'll never be broke another day in your life. You become a person of value, the money will chase you down. That's just how it is. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. Right? It will chase you down. Some people don't even think to, let me put this down. Some people don't even think to want to have more. They don't think outside of what they can do with their hands. Let me read this. Let me see if I got it wrote on here because it's too far. Let me see if I got it. Baby, listen, let me tell y'all something. It says, stop blessing yourself with your own hands, which is limited, exhausting, and temporary. Start shaping your world by thought, words, and alignment. What I tell y'all, your words hold power. Your words are the GPS to your future. Okay? If you don't want to go there, don't say it. People literally wake up every day and curse themselves. Some of y'all cursing yourselves mentally right now. I can't do that. I can't do that. I don't believe I can do that. Ain't nobody gonna, how I'm gonna make money? Who gonna spend money with me? I don't believe. Cursing yourself. You was given power to obtain wealth. That's one. You was given power to obtain wealth. Baby, that's powerful. You were given power to obtain wealth. Dominion, meaning power, dominion over your own life, circumstances, businesses, skills, and gifts. The power of your tongue, the power of spoken word. Oh, wow. The power of spoken word. In the kingdom system, kingdom laws, right? Everything you want, everything you want to have, everything, baby, it's, you can do that. You have all the means to do so, right? Shifting the way you speak, what you allow to come out your mouth. But faith without works is dead. I can sit up here and call myself a billionaire all day. But if I'm not doing the work, if I'm not creating, if I'm not continuing to learn, if I'm not fighting those intrusive thoughts with words, if I'm not making the movement, making the investment, following principle, being a good steward over my money, following the law of seed and harvest, faith, obedience, vibration, spoken word, reciprocity, then that 1,500,000,000, how is that gonna come? It's not. Because everything starts with a thought. What have you thought today? Everything starts with a thought and then it forms. It starts with a thought and then it forms. It's just like some invisible Play-Doh. Y'all done played with Play-Doh before. Invisible Play-Doh. You see this invisible Play-Doh is nothing. Then you take it and you form and you create it into what you want. You form it. Now it has come a form because you thought, oh, I think this is what I want to do with this. Oh, look, I made a car. Oh, I formed this clay dough. I took a thought that I want to make a house, right? And then you form it. That's how it works. Your mind is powerful, and your words are even more powerful. They're powerful. So if you continue to sit and stay in this scarcity mindset of lack and don't know how, and I ain't never got no, I ain't gonna say me, how they say they ain't never got no money. It's always slow. They've been trying. They always struggling. This is what people are saying over, speaking over their life on a daily basis. Every day. Baby, time waits for no one. You look up, you'll be 55. You look up, you'll be 60, 65, and you didn't try to change anything. Time goes by too fast to be complacent. Time go by too fast to operate in fear. You have time to fix it now. You have time to fix it now. You have time to fix it now because I'm telling you that you have time to fix it now. Versus 65, and you're like, damn, now you can't even fix it. Now you really check the check. Now you got to work until the day you, hello, now you got to work until the day you go home to glory. That is not living. I suggest y'all start watching people that look like you that are thriving because everybody's not struggling. And I know on social media we see so much. We see people crying about not can't find a job. We see people crying about them struggling. We see a lot of those things. But there are people that look like you that are thriving as well. So I suggest you start looking at things like that too. That's important. Because baby, the media want everybody to get into this big old ball of scarcity and lack. And if they ain't got it, then that must mean, no. If they got it, I can get it. Understand me? If there's trillionaires out here, I can be a trillionaire too. If there's trillionaires out here, baby, just 1,500,000,000. It's trillionaires out here. So you best believe I'm commanding my wealth. Hello. Not by labor, but by divine law. So I'm gonna continue to stand on these laws, baby. Because I gotta do it by myself. I was not put here to do it by myself. You was given all the tools, guys. But through knowledge and understanding, a man creates wealth. I already know, baby. If I would have got 1,500,000,000 5, 6 years ago, it'd probably be gone. I would have blown. It comes with maturity, guys. There's levels in this life and different seasons in this life and growth in this life that we all have to go through. Baby, I would have blown it. No problem. Swiper, no swiper, baby. Swiping, boom, 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 boom. Because that's how I used to be. I ran through a lot of money, a lot of money, a lot of money, a lot. Because I was out following a principle, being a good steward over my money. So whatever you mismanage, you lose. You see what I'm saying? I'm a good steward over my money. I don't care nothing about aesthetics. I don't care nothing about all that. I'm making sure that I'm not old and broke. Period. I don't care about all that extra stuff. I don't care about no refrigerator that talk to me, that I can watch. I don't care about no washer and dryer that'll sing me a lullaby. I don't care about Alexa turning my TV for me. I don't care about the the $3,500 mortgages or rents. I don't care about the $1,200 condos. I don't care about it. Been there, done that, got nowhere. Okay. So, guys, you have to be willing to make it can be scary, of course. Fear the unknown. You don't know. I've done it broke. I've done it unsure. Let me go ahead and change this right quick. I've done it broke and I've done it unsure. Unsure, unsure, unsure. Broke, unsure, and it didn't make no sense. A lot of stuff just didn't make no sense. It didn't. You see what I'm saying? It just didn't. But you have to make moves to get you to your next level. It's not all about money. Now, when you first get into your industry or whatever you're gonna do, start making money. Of course, baby, you're gonna be excited for the money. Been there, done it, right? But now I know I am money. I'm money. When I show the money shows up. I have discovered my purpose. My passion is helping people. That's what I know now. You see what I'm saying? What is there for me to do next? I don't know. But I am expecting I will continue to grow, right? As long as we're here living, we will grow. Like I said, I'm not who I'm going to be yet, right? And neither are you. So you decide to get started, take the course to get certified, you're adding a skill that's needed out here, right? Just so you can 10x your income, 2x your income, 3x, whatever your income, so you can do those things you want to do. Aren't you tired of waking up from sun up to sundown? Work sun up to sundown. You leave your house, the sun ain't even out. Get out of work, sun is down. You so tired, you can't even cook. You gotta go through the drive-through, pick up some food. Let's just get some, babe. I'm telling you, we used to work so much. I did not feel like cooking. We used to be at IHOP every day. My time, you remember that? Remember we used to go to IHOP every day? We used to be at IHOP every day. Every day. Every day we was at IHOP. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at IHOP. When I finally got into my kitchen to cook, I had damn near forgot how to move around the kitchen. I was just like confused. I was confused, baby. I was moving around that mug like, baby. Like I was on new territory. Because it had been so long since I cooked in my kitchen for my family. Since we sat down at our table and ate a meal. Because we were always tired working for other folk. Now, of course, when you have your own business, of course, you still gonna have to work, but it gives you more freedom. You can cut out the middleman to make your income a little quicker. You see what I'm saying? Because when I started my first business, and I was making, when I was working for the company, I was making about, I had got a little better on the phones, so I was making about 1,300 a week or something like that. I think the most I probably got was about, I don't know, 15, if that. So when I left that company and started my own doing the exact same thing, right? I went from they 1,300 a week to $1,000 in a day, $2,000 in a day sometimes, right? Every 6 months, I'll get a $3,500. This one company would do advertisement like that. Anyway, so that helps, right? Being able to increase my income like that. But back then, I wasn't good with money. So, baby, if you got sense coming into your money, you know what to do with it. Back then, I ain't know what to do with my money, baby. It wasn't, no. My babies got whatever they wanted, baby. They should have been the doggone. They could have been the spokespeople for justice, honey. They listen. My babies got whatever they wanted, did whatever they wanted. I did whatever we wanted. We ate, you know. I was a fool with money. You know what I'm saying? Young. I knew I just didn't want to work for other people, right? There was no financial literacy there. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have anybody to tell me what to do with my money. You know what I'm saying? I was raised on money is meant to be spent. That's what it's for. So I thought I made it. I thought I made it. I thought I made it. I thought I made it, baby. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it's not about the money because you'll pretty soon find out, oh, that's not, you know, I'm not happy. I hate it here. You know, I hate doing this, right? There was no joy there for me. I was not happy. I felt empty inside. I didn't feel complete, and I didn't know why I didn't feel complete, because this is the American dream, right? You know what I'm saying? So when I decided, when I was, contemplating on leaving my business, right? I had no idea what I was going to do. I didn't. I just knew I wasn't happy there, and I wanted, something was missing. That's all I knew. So the opportunity came along for me to help somebody in online marketing, which I don't even know why, because I never said I was doing the business. I just left a comment on the post and said I knew it was real. Because I had signed up for the company some years back or whatever. So this young lady reached out to me on social media because she seen me comment on another girl's post. Guys, people are still the same now. Things have not changed. The minds of people have not changed, right? Anyway, this young lady had made $30,000 in 1 week with MCA. Anyway, people's like, that's a scam, scam, scam. Baby, people say they make 1,000, and people say scam, scam. But they used to do me like that when I started. I'm like, dang, people weird. $1,000, 500 a week. They be like, what? Like that? Wow, the minds of people have not changed. Anyway, so she sent me a message. She said, I seen your comment. If it's true, will you help me? I said, sure, I'll help you. She was my assignment. And that's when I discovered, and I was so excited, man. I was so happy. I was so excited. Like, I was so excited to be helping her, because that's where I discovered my purpose, right? Our purpose does not discover us, we discover it. And I had to take a pay cut to get it. I had to take a pay cut to discover it, right? But I was so happy. I ain't caring about that, baby. Did not care about that money. I was excited. Everybody wants to be happy in the work that they do. I was just excited because I was doing something that I enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Because I discovered my purpose. So I didn't care about not making no money for 2 weeks. Right? My first check was $1,200. I was so excited, but it wasn't about the $1,200. It was about, oh, wow, other people can do this too. Ow. Other people can do this too from their phone. They don't have to have a degree. They don't have to have a building. They don't have to have a business license. They can do this. So that's where my excitement came in. It didn't have nothing to do with the money, because my husband was like, girl, why you tripping? Like you see money like this all the time. Like, why are you tripping? But I'm like, it's not about me, it's about other people. So, and this is where I have been. Thank you for reposting. Thank you. So this is just where I have been ever since. I don't know what's next for me, but I just do know anything I'm doing, I'm going to help people, right? I have my Kingdom Code community to help people live life and learn how to live life through biblical principles, through God's system, through God's principles, okay? It's not a religious group. It's not a Christian community. It's just principles. It ain't got nothing to do with emotions, right? So that's something that I have created. I have my Kingdom Code flip deck that I create so much. And that's what one of the things that whenever I do my gratitude every morning, that's something I'm always grateful for my creativity, right? God made us creators, right? So we're able to create. That's where your power is to obtain your wealth. You have the power to obtain wealth, the power of spoken words, the kingdom systems in dominion. You can't lose. You cannot lose. Thank you for the badge. You cannot lose. You can win, right? But you have to make that choice to win. You have to make that choice to win. So, guys, click the link tree in my bio. Take advantage of the payment plans, Sizzle, ShopPay, Klarna, as well as Afterpay. It's just to get you to your next level. There's nothing wrong with learning a new skill that pays the bills. Nothing wrong with that, right? Go to my profile, go under testimonials, look at my testimonials, right? They're on there. I'm actually going to post some more today too, because there's so many testimonials that I have not posted, so many. But I'm going to start posting more. But get in where you fit in, guys, because like I said, my prices will be going up. I have a proven track record of helping people. And it's just time. I've been helping people I've been trying to help people get this bag for 2 years, doing this, right? Doing this. I have proven I can duplicate, right? It's impossible to be connected to me and not get a bag. I have a proven track record. Everything I do, anybody that's connected to me get a bag no matter what I do, no matter what opportunity I've done, no matter what income opportunity I have created, people get a bag with me. Period. Go to my testimonials. In my testimonials, you're going to hear that's going to be all about specimen collector, about my course, right? But everything I do, I may have a couple on there with other opportunities. I'm not sure, but it's just impossible to be connected to me and not get a bag. Not only you won't get one, you want two. So period. Poo, period, poo, period, poo. So yeah, y'all know I go up on my prices. Like my price have been up, like went up twice already. So they're definitely going up because at the end of the day, there's companies out here charging thousands of dollars for this course. Thousands, right? For the trainer course, I seen it for $2,000 for the trainer course, right? 2,000. Mine is 500. And I already know, like, there's so much money to be made in this industry, period. Training, collecting, whatever. You see what I'm saying? So I've always kept it within reach to try to help people. But man, y'all gonna have to help yourself. That's it. You gotta help yourself. You gonna have to help yourself. Gotta be you and only you, baby. Help yourself. And maybe me. Period. Anyway, any questions, guys? Any questions? I think I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna get off of here and come back later, guys. I got a mock exam at 3. So I'm gonna get ready for that. I'm gonna get ready for that and try to figure out what the world I want to eat. Try to figure out what the world do I want to eat, to eat, to eat, to eat. I'm so excited. I heard from my vendors yesterday, like one of them, they're getting close to finishing my products for my project that I was working on. So I'm so excited about that, man. Things are just moving along. And like me working on my DNA, course, that project. You know what I'm saying? Like I invested over $7,000 to create my DNA training, right? I received the download. I did it. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell y'all something about. I don't even know if I can explain it, man. When you are in alignment, let me say that because I am in perfect alignment because I follow God's laws to the T. Like I stand on these principal laws, right? I stand on them. When you're in alignment, God collapsed time, right? So I was on kingdom time. So what would have taken someone else or me in a different time in life out of alignment, it could have taken me 2 to 3 years to complete this project. You see what I'm saying? But because of kingdom time, I did it in 4 months. You see what I'm saying? Like everything, like it happened fast. And I didn't skip a step. You see what I'm saying? Also, I wasn't like, well, I had those intrusive thoughts, but baby, I'm gonna fight the thoughts with words, right? Those intrusive thoughts that come. Why are you creating that? Who's gonna buy that? No one's gonna buy that. That's stupid. Those type of things, right? But it didn't matter. I got a download. I took the instructions and I ran with it. I was like, well, let me see if I'm gonna make some money first before I create it. No, I used my own money to create. I didn't do a pre-sale to see who gonna buy it. You know what I'm saying? Before I put it out. Like, no, I use my own money. You know what I'm saying? So I don't tell y'all to do something. I don't tell y'all to do stuff I ain't doing. I do this for real. I create for real. I make moves for real. I walk out on faith for real. I follow these principles for real. I create for real, and I will continue to create. I impact for real. I'm impactful. You see what I'm saying? That's what I do because that is my intentions, and it has always been my intentions. Even 13 years ago, when I was in ego, right? My mission has always been to impact. If before I came online, the things I did for people before I met people online, before I came into this space, you see what I'm saying? People that I help outside of online. You see what I'm saying? It's always to be impactful, even in my ego. You know what I'm saying? When I had that real big old ego. You see what I'm saying? So me saying yes, me saying I'll do it, me just having that unmovable, unshakable faith, no fear, I don't care, I'm doing it type attitude has opened up doors for me and continuing to open up doors for me. And things are happening for me. And I'm like, wow, this is fast. You see what I'm saying? Um, just overwhelmed with gratitude because I'm like, wow. But my husband had to remind me, baby, look how long you have been doing this. Look at the amount of people you have helped. Look at what you have been doing the whole time, right? Because I'm like, damn, this favor just don't feel fair. You see what I'm saying? Favor ain't fair. But I deserve it. Hello. It's a predictive result because I followed the law. Saying is, even when I didn't know I was following a principle, I was following a principle. You see what I'm saying? Because baby, it didn't take me but one time for me not to listen to what God was telling me to move, baby. God was telling me to move. I was hearing the push, move. It's time to go. It's time to go. I'm like, no, I can't go. I'm trying to make $15,000. No, I'm trying to get these checks to 15,000. I can't go. No, 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 no. I'm not paying attention. Right? I'm gonna tell y'all something how this worked. Opportunity came along with Dodge, right? And they was paying us like $15 per referral. I was in my ego because I'm like, $15. What am I gonna do with that little change? What is I make $90 a referral. What am I gonna do with that? Right? So I was 2 weeks late to the party because I was in my ego. One of my other friend girls in business was doing it. She was like, yeah, girl. I'm like, girl, what is this Dodge they talking about? She was like, yeah, girl, they're giving us $15 for a referral. All you gotta do is download the app. All they gotta do is download the app. You gonna get $15, they're gonna get $10, something like that. She said, I send you my link, girl. I said, okay, cool. She sent me her link. I sent it to a few people. They paid me right away. I ended up making $19,000 in 10 days. 18,000, 10,000. Anyway, $18,000 in 10 days, right? Made the money. The promotion was over. Move. I'm still here and I need to move. I'm like, no, man, I need to stay. I got something I'm trying to do. But my check went from 5,000, 4,000, 3,000 down to $40 because I would not move. Sometimes people wonder why everything stuff happening, like why they can't get ahead. As soon as they get some money, they gotta pay a bill. As soon as they get some money, their car break down. As soon as they have unexpected bill, something's always happening. Baby, it's time for you to go. If you want to lose everything before you look up and be like, damn, before you turn around and look, go. You don't own nothing here. Nothing. You own nothing here. This ain't about you. This is about other people and helping you get to your next level, baby. We are here to bless ourselves and bless other people. How you gonna bless yourself and bless other people when you study stand when you know you don't need to be standing in the struggle on purpose because of fear? Baby, them be pushes to say go. That's what them be. You gotta sit up and lose everything because you trying to hold on to something that's keeping you in a struggle. Trying to hold on to the car, hold on to the house, hold on to the aesthetics, hold on to the job, hold on to these things that's keeping you in a struggle and applying pressure to your life. Baby, it's time to go. Point blank in the period. It's time to go. You're not who you're going to be yet. And sometimes when that season is over, crushed, done, out of the way. There's nothing else here. You're deciding to stay in this cycle of struggle. Nothing else to see here. Goodbye. That's what it's saying. But you ain't listening. I have been there, done that. I know what it looked like, and I don't play. I go.